The story begins with a couple who clearly look like they're up to no good. Their plan for today is to rob a grocery store, and they came fully prepared. After looting the entire store, the girl still wasn't satisfied. She noticed a box behind the cashier and demanded that he open it. The cashier warned her again and again that what she wanted was not inside that box, so she shouldn't open it. But the couple was greedy, so she opened it anyway. The moment she opened it, a gunshot was heard, and suddenly, we jump straight to an empty, lonely forest where a scared girl is wandering around, hungry and lost for who knows how long. She has no one around her, and we don't know what happened to her in the past that brought her to this condition. For now, she spots a wooden cabin in front of her. She immediately goes inside. There, she finds a bag full of food. Whatever she finds, she starts eating it desperately. Suddenly, she hears someone outside, a scary sound, footsteps approaching the cabin. Terrified, she hides under the bed. A man enters the cabin holding an axe, but we can't see who he is. He picks up his food bag and quietly leaves. The girl keeps hiding silently under the bed. After some time, she decides she needs to leave. So she quickly runs out, only to bump into the same man. His name is Tom. But he doesn't hurt her. In fact, he helps her. The girl, Samantha, apologizes for stealing food from his bag and explains she hasn't eaten for 2 days. Her car broke down on the road, so her husband went to the nearest gas station for help, but he still hasn't returned. Interestingly, Tom's car is also broken. He's been stuck here for 3 days. Hearing this, Samantha panics and says she needs to go back. Maybe her husband has returned. Tom goes with her, but no one is there. So they leave a note, pick up some warm clothes, and return to the cabin. When night comes, the temperature drops drastically. Tom tells her to use the blanket she brought from her car. She wonders why her husband left her alone in the middle of a forest instead of taking her with him. Samantha reveals she's pregnant. That's probably why he left her behind. Tom tells her to sleep on the bed, and he'll sleep on the floor. Before she sleeps, he gives her water he collected from a nearby lake. But the strange thing is, the next day when he goes to get more water, the lake is gone, completely vanished. Still confused, both of them go to sleep. Samantha sees a terrible nightmare and wakes up early. Tom is nowhere around. She steps outside and finds a girl with white hair lying unconscious. She brings her inside the cabin. Meanwhile, Tom is taking fuel from his car so he can fill Samantha's car and escape from here. When the white-haired girl wakes up, we finally recognize her. She's Jody, the same girl who robbed the grocery store. But how did she get here? When she sees Samantha, she assumes Samantha is a dangerous woman and that the cabin belongs to her. Samantha explains everything, but Jody doesn't believe her. Angry, she storms outside. Tom is returning with the fuel when suddenly 2 gunshots are fired. Terrified, he drops the fuel. He calls out to see if anyone is around, but no one answers, so he returns to the cabin. There, he sees an unfamiliar girl with Samantha. It's Jody. Jody lies, saying she fought with her boyfriend and he left her here. Now, she just wants to go home. Tom believes her and lets her stay, but she must help them with chores. The next day, Samantha and Jody start talking and slowly become friends. But Tom's troubles continue. He notices that the farther he tries to walk from their location, the closer he ends up back at the cabin, as if the place is looping. He returns and warns them something is very wrong here. He asks them where they were actually going and if they know what this place really is. Samantha says her husband told her this place is New Hampshire. Jody says it's Dakota. Tom says he was on the route to Los Angeles. Now they all realize something huge is happening. Far beyond their understanding, Tom decides that in the morning they will walk as far as they can to find help or a way out. That night, Jody and Tom both see the same strange dream. Someone injecting them with something. Samantha also dreams that she is screaming in pain. Morning comes, and they pack their things. Samantha and Jody walk together as Samantha shares pieces of her past. Her mother died giving birth to her, and she grew up in an orphanage. Suddenly, Jody trips over something and falls. Money slips out of her bag, a whole bundle of cash. Tom is shocked and asks where she got so much money. She says it's her savings with her boyfriend, and she took it before she left. Samantha notices the object Jody tripped over, a handle hidden under the ground. Tom uses his axe to break it open. It turns out to be a German bunker, filled with war supplies and canned food with the Nazi symbol. Samantha explains her father fought in the war, so she is familiar with such items. Tom brings the cans outside, and the three of them leave the bunker, only to find themselves right back at the cabin again. According to them, they walked straight, but according to this strange place, nothing is normal. That evening, they eat dinner. Jody tells Samantha the truth. She steals because she has no other way to survive. She is uneducated, with nowhere to work. Samantha asks to see the stolen money. She's never seen so much before. Jody happily shows her. Samantha laughs. The date printed on the money is 1984. According to Samantha, that's the future, because the current year for her is 1964. But Jody says she lives in 1984. Now, the situation becomes extremely strange. Two women in the same place, but from different timelines. Tom enters, and they ask him what year he is from. He says he's from 2011. Hearing this, they all share their stories. Tom first thinks they're joking, but when he sees how serious they are, he realizes something really is wrong. Suddenly, gunshots echo outside. A strange man appears, holding a gun. They need help, so Tom steps out to talk. The man speaks in German. Tom doesn't understand, but he can tell the man wants him to drop his axe. He obeys. Next moment, all three of them are knocked out and captured. The German soldier disappears. Now they begin to understand. Maybe they have all time traveled. When the German returns, he frees Tom, takes him outside, beats him brutally, and ties him to a tree. Then he interrogates the girls. Who are they? And where did they come from? His eyes fall on Jody's locket. He asks about it. Samantha, the only one who understands German, explains that the locket belonged to Jody's mother. Samantha has a similar one. The German man angrily reveals he also has the same locket. Inside it is a picture of a woman who looks exactly like Samantha's mother. Things are getting more confusing. When he drags the girls outside, Samantha quietly asks Tom if he has the same locket. He says no, but Jody says, "The woman in that picture is my grandmother." Tom is shocked. Now Samantha reveals the soldier's name. He is actually her father. But that's not the end. Samantha asks Jody her birth date. Jody says June 3rd, 1964, the exact day Samantha's mother died giving birth to her daughter. That daughter was Jody herself. Shocking, right? The cabin fills with silence. Everyone is stunned. When Samantha learns that her husband died in the war, she breaks down and runs outside. And yet another truth is revealed. Outside, Tom tells Jody that her mother was actually a thief. Jody refuses to believe this. Her mother never had a locket like hers, but Tom says she did. The same locket is at his home. He explains that Jody's mother robbed gas stations with her husband, Kevin. One day, she killed him, and she was hanged for the crime. Jody cannot handle this truth and leaves the cabin. She sits beside Samantha, who is heartbroken knowing she will die giving birth to Jody. She's devastated, but also relieved that her daughter survived. But Jody reveals her grandparents treated her terribly and starved her. That's why she ran away as a child. Samantha cries and rushes into the cabin to free her father, the German soldier. Tom tries to stop her. The man is dangerous. But Samantha believes her father won't hurt her. Once freed, he grabs his gun and runs away. Meanwhile, Samantha remembers her nightmare, dying during childbirth because the ambulance arrived late and her husband was at war. Tom explains he also saw a nightmare. He shot the abusive priest and then shot himself. Jody also remembers her hanging. They now realize these dreams were actually visions of how they are destined to die, meaning They haven't died yet. They can still change their past. Tom takes them to the bunker, convinced that everything started after the soldier's death. They must prevent his death. Samantha reveals her father died on May 14th in Poland in an airstrike. And today is May 14th. And they are in Poland. So now they have a chance. Tom plans that if Samantha's father survives, Samantha's mother won't remarry. That would mean Samantha's father will be home when Samantha is in labor, and he can take her to the hospital in time she won't die. Tom rushes to find her father, who is trying to use a broken radio. Samantha warns him about the airstrike, but he doesn't listen and tries to run. Tom tries to stop him, but a terrible mistake happens. The soldier fires his gun and the bullet hits Jody. He runs away. Tom and Samantha bring the wounded Jody back to the cabin. Tom panics. If Jody dies, she'll never be born. He must stop the soldier. He leaves to catch him. Samantha fights for her daughter's life. Tom chases the soldier, but the man keeps escaping. Tom notices something. No matter where the soldier runs, he always ends up near the cabin. So Tom returns and they face each other. The soldier fires several bullets, but none hit Tom. Tom's existence is fading, just like Jody's final breaths. As Jody's life ends, Tom begins to disappear. And finally, he vanishes completely. Samantha becomes furious with her father. He ruined his daughter's life and now his granddaughter's too. After everything, he finally realizes the truth. But it's too late. Russian planes appear in the sky and start dropping bombs. Samantha is hurt, but her father carries her to the bunker. Slowly, Samantha also begins to dissolve, because her father saved himself, messing up the timeline. Yet, some things still won't change. We'll see why. The scene shifts to where the story originally began. Everything is different now. Jody is seen at the grocery store again, but this time as a rich, educated girl. When she walks out, she spots Kevin with another girl. They're about to commit the same robbery, but the girl is new, meaning Jody and Kevin never met, which means Tom will never be born, because Samantha is alive, as we see in the next scene, holding her father's ashes in 1964. She gives him a proper farewell. Back at the store, Kevin's new girlfriend, Amelia, robs the place. But her greed isn't satisfied. She sees the same box behind the cashier and demands he open it. He warns her, if she opens it, nothing will ever get fixed. She doesn't listen. A gunshot fires. If you like the video, please give it a like. Subscribe to the channel to enjoy more movie recaps of this type.